Alright, new update. I've taken some feedback regarding a certain issue that was brought up to me. It was about scaling up walls. So, I decided to do some tweaking, and now it follows you up the walls and ceilings. The wheel of feet thing. Yeah, again, it's a bit primitive sort of way. Kind of just adjust once you reach certain angles. Nearly like 90-degree angles, so it's not completely like smoothly transitioning up the walls. It's kind of just turning in accordance with sensors I've set up. Not the most elegant way to do it, but it's something. Even works with figure 8. Another issue I've noticed is that, well, this one I actually noticed personally. Oh jeez. Is the issue with the ring dash. Namely that. It seems that whenever you tap the button at any one ring, you kind of just dash right through it. I don't have the game in play mode right now, so if I hold it down, I just end up sticking to one. Or moving them about like so. In extreme cases, you could do that. So that's a bit of an exploit I might have to reconsider when it comes to how the ring dash works. I might have to tone down the rate at which it pulls you toward each ring. So there's that. As for these balls that seem to be kicking around, well, more like cylinders, I've adjusted them with different tweaks and such to see how I can factor in for different types of enemies and how they can defend against attacks. Take like this, for example. And make sure it's right, the cyan one has a bit of resistance through dampening. So it's a bit tougher to kick around than others. At least that's how it's supposed to work. Seems a bit off. Pretty sure it's either that or blue. Just to be sure. Should have different degrees of resistance. Here it is when you're up close. The gravity decreases. The dampening increases, so it's harder to move around. As long as it's up close, that is. Is now useful. This pink one, it kind of just stops entirely when you're close enough. Probably really good for blocking or something. Maybe I'll design an enemy shield that way. And after all, if anything, a man with an IQ of 300 would have the sense to kind of make weapons that are resistant to like high force projectiles. And there's also that I probably should do something about. You know, unless it actually works, because like maybe that'd be a good way to actually make the light speed attack useful against, say, a boss where you need multiple hits. Okay, maybe it is a little bit too much. And I'll pretty much just kill anything. Talk about OP. So you notice how, once I'm close enough, it's unaffected. And when you're up close, it kind of has a bit of a... Yeah, it's a bit stronger. It has a bit less knockback than the usual. Side-by-side comparison. Kind of looks similar. Rest assured, when you aim directly for the green one, it seems to have a lot more knockback. Since it's the one I didn't add extra dampening to. So yeah, that's it for now. Some new flaws noticed, some new additions made. So I'll be working on all of that. And hopefully by next time, I'll have most of them resolved, if not all of them. Doing some other new things added as well. And no, this grappling hook is not really designed with these rings in mind, because I basically took some old assets from something before, kind of some new changes to them, so doesn't really fit with the Sonic control scheme. Remember in a far older video where I was showing the grappling hook being able to grab score bubbles, I basically just reskinned the score bubbles as rings. So it still has the same effect, even though not as useful here since it kind of interferes with the ring dash, so definitely not going to be part of Sonic moveset. Probably save it for someone separate. Someone who doesn't ring dash. And now that I think about it, I could probably remake Sonic Forces or something. That'd be weird. Nah. Probably just remake a better game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's also this, though I've already shown in a past video. Yeah, it's a bit of a reference for older fans, I guess. So yeah, that's all I got.